Welcome to day 19 of 30 days of sketches. My name is Emily, and you found Emilee's Paper Caper, where I love to scrapbook, junk journal, rubber stamp, and make cards. 30 Days of Sketches is hosted by Christy of Christy's Beautiful Life, and our day 19 sketch is by Hannah. I will link to her down in the description. Hannah's layout calls for some layering. I want to stretch my 3 papers, so I'm going to gut the centers. The outer edge will be this black paper, and then the next layer will be these cameras, and then I'll use this for closer to the photo still, and then I think it will all start to fall together, but I don't want to use all of this wonderful paper up, so I'm gonna kind of take the center out, and I think this will work out okay. I'm kind of guesstimating what I'm taking out of the center. Wish me luck that this is all gonna come together. It might not. It might not, and then we're just gonna do it over again. Okay, so see, I still have this great paper that I can put in my scrap bin and use on something else. And then we want about a ½ inch on each side. Okay, before I get too far, let's see if this is gonna work. Yes, so I took the centers out of the black and the camera paper, and then I trimmed the camera paper, the outer edge, to 11 by 11, and that keeps a nice ½ inch border around the outside. And then on the interior here, I'm going to cut this paper. I really like both sides, but I want this. So I'm going to use a pencil and make a couple marks because I want this camera with the heart to show. So let's see. Okay. So this is going to be 8 by 8. Fingers crossed, right? I mean, I didn't really measure anything. Taking a little bit of a risk, but I've got extra scraps. If I need to, I can make some corrections. This paper is a little bit small. However, I think I can still make it work because I'm going to add the photo over here. And then I've got a little journaling pocket card. I'm gonna cut the little phone out of it. Our family texts XOXOXO a lot, so I liked this image on this card. And for something like this, because there's little hearts on it, probably gonna go ahead and put that back in the scrap bin because I can see using those hearts. I've got some Distress Oxide aged mahogany. I want to ink the edges here. And this inside edge is going to get covered up, so I'm only doing the outside edge. It's going to be a lot of fun to see the other takes on this sketch. Be sure to look in the description for a link to a playlist with all the other YouTube creators who are using this same sketch. And there's also a link to a Facebook group, and people post their takes on the sketches in the Facebook group, and that's another great place to get inspiration from. Okay, I'm gonna set the photos aside. Let's get the background adhered. See my little boo-boo here? I'm covering it up. So it didn't really matter that I didn't get that cut exactly correctly, because in the end it's going to work out just fine. On my last page I used some of these hearts, and we'll use them up on this page because this photo and these photos from yesterday's page were taken during the same visit. So they will probably be adjacent to each other, and while they don't match, the hearts will pull through in both layouts. So for me, it's just kind of a little wink and a nod to, hey, I know these pages are going next to each other. For this extra glue for these gems, I'm using Art Glitter Glue. It dries clear and can be found on Amazon. I will link to it down in the description. I'm an Amazon associate and receive a commission for qualifying purchases. The ATG adhesive that I use is also available on Amazon. I love this adhesive runner. It works great, and the adhesive lasts a long time because the rolls are really, really long, and it's also less expensive than other adhesives that I've found. As an avid scrapbooker, I go through a lot of adhesive. That's probably the thing that I use the most. Well, paper gets used a lot too, doesn't it? Let's put a date on here. This was our visit to Costco. It was the first time we went to a Costco that I recall, and that was a lot of fun. We don't have a Costco in our town, but there's one in Nashville that Kelly took us to. So that was a lot of fun. Let me know what you think of my take on Hannah's sketch. Leave a comment, and I try to reply to all my comments and any questions. I love hearing from you. Keep on scrapping and paper crafting.